So, what's been happening with me? Where have I been? Why haven't I been racing? What's happening? Well, let me bring you up to speed. So, effectively, January was a pretty tough month for me. Super busy, super stressed, lots of things going on, both in life and with work as well. And racing was going okay. I was racing pretty consistently. My form was not good, but mentally I was still super excited to be racing, super excited to throw the leg over the bike and to really push hard. I didn't have much to give, mind you, but when I did have, I gave it. So yeah, there was lots of ladder racing in January. I'd had, to call it a health scare might be a bit dramatic, but I don't really know what else to call it. I'd had a little lesion on my left temple. Initially I just thought that it was a bit of dry skin, so I thought, it's no big deal. I was a typical guy about it. I didn't think too much of it and kind of just tried to ignore it. But after a little bit of encouragement from my wife, I did the right thing. Went to the doctor. Did most of it online, but I very quickly, very rapidly, very promptly got a referral to the local hospital where they checked it out and they said, we don't think it's cancerous, but we should probably do a biopsy just to be sure, which is never reassuring because of course, if it's not cancerous, my understanding is that they'd know pretty quickly and be able to confirm or deny. So I thought, oh gosh, that's going to be a bit worrying. So it did cause me a bit of anxiety, which is not something I really struggle with or suffer with, but hey, personal health, I've got kids and a wife, so a home to pay for, things that do worry me. So I was very fortunate that within a week, so I had that done on the Monday or the Tuesday, and then by the following Friday I'd gone into hospital, into the plastic surgery unit here in Salisbury, to have the lump removed. So now you can probably see, and I'll flash it up on screen in just a second, but the scar there. But yeah, I had to have a proper little sort of surgery, had the lump removed, the stitches in, etc., to have it all patched up. And it was, although it wasn't major surgery, it was all done under local anaesthetic. It was more significant a surgery than I had realised. I thought I was going in for them to kind of just pull it, snip it, and then kind of patch me up, but no, it was a proper procedure. And I was quite surprised as well when the surgeon said, you shouldn't exercise for at least a week, maybe even 10 days. Don't do anything to get the heart rate pumping. Don't push blood to the wound effectively. It's like, oh, okay. I wish I'd known that was going to be kind of the recovery plan after, before I came off the surgery, because I had got a few more rides in the belt and then in the bank. And I definitely would have had a shower, and I definitely would have washed my hair because I wasn't allowed to do that either. I was allowed to shower, but just keep the head dry. So yeah, I thought, okay, fine. The form has been absolutely garbage for the last couple of months anyway. Maybe what I need is a good proper week off, off the bike entirely, no exercise, full recovery mode. And I can throw myself into a bit of work and try and get some things done that I've been building up. I can come back to the bike refreshed, recovered, re-energised, rested, all those other rejuvenated, all those other R's I can think of. So yeah, I did exactly that. I sort of jumped into work, did a few extra hours here or there, travelled up to the Leeds office to do a bit of work, a bit of maintenance up there as well. Lo and behold, towards the end of that rest week, that recovery week, I fell really, really ill. It started with a sort of scratchy, itchy throat in the middle of that week, sort of by Tuesday, Wednesday. So I had the surgery on the Friday, had the weekend, and then started to fall ill kind of, the following week. But by that weekend, so 1 week after that surgery, the Friday night, the Saturday, the Sunday, I was out of action. Proper, full-on man flu, like you wouldn't believe. Could barely get up the stairs. I felt frozen, but I was sweating. I felt hot, but I was freezing. Couldn't stop coughing, couldn't stop sneezing. My eyes just felt like they were going to pop out of my head. All those, dramatic things. And now I'm back in good health again. I look back and laugh, but at the time I was genuinely, seriously struggling. And I thought, just my luck. I was going to take a week off. I took a week off to recover, and now I'm going to be getting back on the bike probably rougher than I was before the week off. So, yeah. So I've not done any Zwift racing, I think now in about 20 days, something like that. I think the last, no, it's probably not 20 days, it's probably since I think the 13th of February, and now today is the 4th of March, so I do the maths on that one. So just over 2 weeks. I've done some outdoor riding because the weather outside has been undeniably good, irresistible. So I've done a couple of rides to the train station. I've probably done a couple of 100 kilometres outside, but no efforts, no structure, just pretty much getting from A to B. But today was an interesting one. I had to take the car in for a service and MOT, about 15 or 16 kilometres away from the house. Never been to this place before. Some pretty nice country lanes. It was very much uphill on the way back home from dropping the car off, and somewhat downhill on the way to go and collect the car this afternoon. And I did try and lay down a bit of power. I did try and focus on things like the cadence and the efforts I was putting in, and the gearing I was choosing going uphill and things like that. And I had a little bit of something, dare I say it. So I think next week, the week commencing let me just check my calendar here, was it the 10th? Yeah, the week commencing the 10th, I'm going to start getting back onto Zwift. I think I'll be back onto Zwift this week, but no ladder races at all. I've already submitted my availability for the week of the 10th of March. It's pretty much like, hey, don't count me, don't include me in any races, I'm not going to be there. But I will try and do some crits or some events on Zwift. I mean, obviously there's the Zwift games going on now. What's the other one called, where the spin to win thing, where you kind of get the cool, I want that BMX bike. You know the one I mean? I'll flash up on screen now. I really want that bike. So I'm going to be doing a few Zwift rides this week, but really and truthfully, none of those rides are going to be in anger or in earnest. They're going to be kind of semi-casual rides, and I'll kind of ride according to how my body feels and responds and reacts to the efforts that I ask of it, effectively. So yeah, I've been ill. I had some surgery, had a bit of a health scare. Thankfully, it's benign, all well, so nothing to worry about. Work is still too much, and March and April are going to be extremely busy for me, but I am hoping that in and amongst all of that chaos that March and April brings for me in the office, and with all the work I've got queued up and the deadlines that are on the horizon, that I can use cycling to get away from that. As physically tiring and exhausting as cycling is, as all cyclists and endurance athletes will know. By the way, I'm not calling myself an athlete, I'm just saying that those people will know what I mean by that. As physically exhausting as it may be, exercise and whatnot, it's a great way of kind of escaping or switching gears, getting away from, no pun intended there, but getting away from the other stresses of life, such as the life of a high-powered IT pro. Sorry, high-powered, no, not high-powered. Of a high-flying IT pro, I should say, something more like that. Anyway, the point being is, I think I'm back on level ground again, ready to start building again. I think through to the end of April, it might still be a little bit hit and miss due to other commitments and pressures in life. But you'll see me back on the YouTube very soon with more consistent streams. So stand by for that. Please do like and subscribe if you don't already. The subscriptions rather are massively appreciated as I look to build this little channel of mine. And I thank you for your support. I look forward to seeing you in Watopia, or if you live in the southwest of the UK around here in the New Forest, I may even see you on the real roads too. So all the best, peace and good vibes. See you on the next one. Bye bye.